information in 60 seconds from now.
Dr. Dunn, is it true or false that sodium fluoride is a basic ingredient in rat poison?
I think it's fair to say that sodium fluoride is contained in a rat poison, and I think it's also fair to say that it's contained in tea. What comparison you wish to draw from that statement will be up to you to draw it. It is an ingredient of rat poison.
Dr. Dunn, isn't it also a fact that iodine is used in salt?
I would like to make that point if we didn't have it in the salt. If we didn't have a statutory requirement to have it in salt, we'd have a goodly number of goiters about, which we don't have now.
Is sodium fluoride in water any more dangerous than iodine in salt, Dr. Dunn?
We believe that sodium fluoride in water in the proper proportions is in no way dangerous or harmful to health.
Why then are you determined to force this on the people without a vote?
I don't think I am prepared to force anything on people because I have no legislative authority to do anything. I will attempt to persuade people that it is a desirable thing, and perhaps we could draw an analogy here to an educational system. I live in Etobicoke where you do. My older boy goes to school. I really believe it's beyond my competence to vote on any type of curriculum of study or any type of pedagogical approach to his learning, because I think people of greater training should perhaps make
so that the citizens aren't intelligent enough to decide for themselves whether they want a rat poison shoveled into their drinking water.
Dr. Dunn, Mr. Sinclair and I have been on opposite sides of this question for a long time.
Yes, I've observed that.
He has broadcasted continually against it, and I have written in favor of it in my column of the Telegram. Now, I suggest to you, Dr. Dunn, I would like to ask you, rather, isn't it a fact that every reputable medical and dental organization in North America favors fluoridation of water?
That's a loaded question. Why don't you ask him?
I am asking. I am asking. Isn't it a fact? Isn't that a fact, Doctor, that every medical and dental association in North America is in favor of fluoridation of water?
That is a fact, and I think you might also
I
add the
challenge
World,
it as a fact.
the
I
World
say it is
Health
not a fact.
Organization itself.
And isn't it a fact that the Provincial Health Department of Ontario has endorsed fluoridation?
As well as the Minister.
And isn't it also a fact that in every center where fluoridation has been tried over a period of years, it has been found beneficial to the health of children, to the health of the teeth of children?
Emphatically, yes.
Right.
Doctor, I'm 57 years old. How old are you?
I'm 33.
I've got all my teeth. How many have you got?
I have them all except third molars, which just weren't positioned.
Well, I haven't all of mine. Mine were knocked out in a car crash long ago.
But I don't know what that is proving.
No, it doesn't prove anything.
It proves that I was brought up by cleaning my teeth and not by taking rat poison in my water, so I got my teeth.
The fact remains that 98% of our population suffers adversely from dental ill effects, and it seems to me only reasonable to try and do something to prevent this horrible increase in
Why don't
tooth
you
decay.
advise that they clean their teeth?
Well, we've done that until our heads are flat, hitting them against brick walls.
Dr. Dunn. A voice in the wilderness, Ken.
You're very brave.
I'd just like to ask this question. Are there any proven cases where fluoridation has had an injurious effect on the health of people?
There are certain individuals who attempt to make certain claims which have never been supported by any reputable scientific organization on this country.
Doctor, I'm sorry. Would you finish what you have to say? I was thinking of the
I was
time.
just going to make the point that an organization such as the Canadian Medical Association and Canadian Dental and American Medical Association are not going to endorse a procedure which is not only going to harm the public, but harm ourselves, who after all live and bring up our families in these communities as well.
And isn't it a fact also, Doctor, that the dentists will actually be harming their own profession in the sense that they won't be making as much money if if all our children have sound teeth?
I think a basic premise of any health profession, physician or a dentist, is that he attempts to eliminate the need for his services.
Exactly.
I don't like to sound trite, but that is the principle under which we operate.
The dentists have nothing to lose.
You want to force it on people against their wishes. For instance, the Christian Scientists.
You're saying that, I'm not. What about iodine and salt? Isn't that the same analogy?
I don't know. I'm objecting to being compelled to take medication.
You object to take table salt?
No.
How about chloride in the water, in the drinking water?
Gordon, do you object
Two
to
wrongs don't make a right.
vaccination? Do you object to having your children and grandchildren vaccinated?
Against my wishes, yes. I wouldn't object in that case, but I do object to this rat poison being shoveled into my water.
Your children have to be vaccinated in certain circumstances. So
Really
do I.
do.
And I think that's quite right because it's for the protection of the community. The reason you drink chlorine in your water is because you know it's necessary. And chlorine is a deadly poison, isn't it?
No.
Yes, of course it's a deadly
gentlemen,
poison. The basis for poison gas.
Before Mr. Tom Paine and Mr. Sinclair square off, I think we should thank our guests for being such a good sport and coming to our program, and thank you for taking time out from your busy schedule, Dr. Perhaps if Gordon Sinclair is willing, we'll arrange a rematch at some time. I'd like to assert here that Gordon is a very nice man. He has the strength of his convictions. And we will be back in 60